I've been in this chamber now, this is my 15th year, and I've never risen to speak on the issue of life. Not that it's not important to me. Often there were just others carrying the banner. But as I get older, and it's hard for me to think of myself as an older dad, but I'm a dad of 4, and my kids are getting older. And as my kids got older, I loved kid energy. There's nothing like having a kid around, either in the house or wherever you are. And so I started working in the church nursery. They always need hands in the church nursery. And so in the last 6 months, I've made a new friend, and her name is Brooke. And just to share a little bit about Brooke, it's probably almost 2 years ago. Her mom and her dad, they were expecting, they were excited about the baby on the way, and they shared with us, their church family, what at the time was a scary and maybe even what they would have considered at that time a little bit of a devastating diagnosis of Down syndrome. Also, the other issues that could go along with it, possible heart defects and other abnormalities that the testing had shown. But as they decided to carry to term, it was March 25th of 2018. Brooke was born. She was born, and yes, Brooke had problems. I don't consider an extra chromosome as being one of them. But she had, her digestive tract was terribly messed up. Of course, there were heart issues, but she was born in one of the best hospitals in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, Penn State Hershey Medical Center. And I believe her pancreas was wrapped around her intestines. Her digestive tract was not in order to where she could actually eat. But through a lot of great medical care, Brooke, she came through lots of surgeries. And now I have to tell you that every time I'm in the nursery, I don't think anyone in the nursery would hesitate to say that Brooke is Rob's favorite. I go to the window and grab her out of her parents' arms. And on Sunday, I said to my co-nursery worker, I said, I think Brooke is my therapy. There's nothing like the smile of a little one. And if I dare say, a little one with Down syndrome to truly brighten a room. I look at her, I'm feeding her bottle, and I look at her, and there's nothing but perfection that I see. She is a perfect image of her Creator. I felt very strongly that it was incumbent upon me to get up and tell Brooke's story. Brooke can't tell it, but she tells it with her eyes. She tells it with her smile. She tells it with, I tell you, there's nothing like the hugs of a little one. She's a joy to all around her. She's a joy to her family. And I got to be at her first birthday on March 25th. We got to celebrate. She celebrated just like every other one-year-old. She dug into that cake like you wouldn't believe. There her mom, every time she posts on social media, she uses the hashtag, the lucky few, because that's how families with someone with Down syndrome, that's how they feel. They truly feel like they are the lucky ones, because these young ones were brought into our lives, I think, to teach us how to love better, because they love better. The love that they share is unconditional. And I can't imagine what this world would be like if we had many, many, many more Brooks. I know I would certainly feel better about this world. And so the fact that we would select to terminate young ones simply because they have an extra chromosome is beyond my comprehension, because they are truly some of the most beautiful people in this world. So for Brooke today, I will stand and I will proudly support House Bill 321. I thank the sponsor for her championship of this critical issue. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.